Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name's Shadow Wraith and today I'm outside the ex-serviceman club in Heaven. I'm here for an event. It's a Victory Games event, obviously located in Heaven, to play Lord of the Rings. I'm using my Fellbeast random list with a random orc shaman in it, aka 𝐃𝐢𝐬𝐜 with no orcs because it's what I had painted. If you watch my previous video, you'll know I had to scramble all this together. Then I've got my Army of the Dead. I've used that for a while, but 600 points, I just prefer 650, but 600 should be fine, but yeah, here we are. Let's get inside and see what it's all about. Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen, here's the first game. It's Lords of Battle with my Army of the Dead. There they are, against the Black Riders. To make it simple, I'm just going to post all the might, will and fate in the comment section down below. But without further ado, I've wasted enough of this gentleman's time, and we're going to dive in. And there we have our deployment. So I've got a nice little ghosty line, Strider's back here, and then we've got a nice line of spooky ghosts. Actually, I've got the spooky ghosts, you've got spooky wraiths. It's completely different. Yeah, I like Black Riders, I play Ring Wraiths, so can't be mad if they beat me up. Let's go! So, a Black Rider game is exactly expected. Lots of kiting, lots of magic spells, kill the King of the Dead, turn 1. So I've grouped together, and it's kind of like, there's nothing really to do, to be honest. I mean, at least the Wraiths charged, and did a couple of heroic combats, kill a couple of ghosts. But yeah, there's nothing really Army of the Dead can do, especially in Lords of War scenario. So, that's it. So that's the end of game 1. I didn't get to record much, unfortunately. He himself could not be on camera, which is fine. But there wasn't really much to record. It's Ring Wraiths, Lords of Battle. So the whole game, I'll sum it up. King of the Dead died, a couple of other dudes died to magic, and then he ran away for the rest of the game. You know, all the Wraiths have heroic march and are mounted. Downside to Army of the Dead, I love Army of the Dead, but they don't really have any reach unless you bring Legolas, and even then it's only 1 shot, maybe 3, and I don't know how much of an effect it would have had because Wraiths can still do the old peekaboo tactic where they tuck behind terrain and pop out. But yeah, there's not really much to say. Just a bad matchup, bad scenario. It happens. Hopefully the next one's better. So yeah, I'll keep you posted. So here we are for game 2. We've got Divide and Conquer. So I'm using my Ring Wraith list that you all chose. And yeah, that's the Ring Wraiths. We know we've got the Undying here. We've got the, where are you? Tainted. Shadow Lord is just there. And then we've got Rangers of the North. I mean, Aragorn is the leader. Armor and bow. Has he got his magic sword? Yeah, he's got his magic sword. You get that for free in this, don't you? Oh, is it not the Legion? Oh, it's not the Legendary, cool. And then he's got a mix of Druidan and Rangers of the North. But yeah, it should be cool. Grab objectives, easy peasy. Let's go with priority. Okay, so we are playing, obviously. So he managed to kill one of my Wraiths, but with a combination of heroic combat, some magic. We did kill Strider with a compel, and as he was transfixed, he got pummeled to the ground by a monstrous charged Fellbeast. Yeah, just looks like the Rangers are trying to hold on, to be honest. It's looking, it could go either way. I've only got 3 models, so it could go either way. So that's the end of the battle. So we got 1, 2 Wraiths left. I didn't really get many spells off, but they were good at charging. I was lucky with all the priorities, I think, or running heroic moves off to get monstrous charge off. 𝐃𝐢𝐬𝐜 fireballed a dude, so he did something. But yeah, unfortunately the Rangers got unlucky, especially with some of the denies. But I mean, I guess Fellbeasts are better than I gave them credit for. He did kill the Shadow Lord though. I think, what was it, 2 Rangers that killed him? 2 Rangers just went, yeah, all right, Shadow Lord. And he got 2 wins on him. He didn't roll his fate and died. So yeah, good on him, good on him. But yeah, well played to my opponent, but it was just bad scenario, bad matchup. Which was like my last one, to be fair. But I got stomped. But yeah, there we go. So we're here, game number 3, and I'm going against Grand Army of the South. Now, originally, obviously, I had Ghosts. Ghosts are absolutely amazing at defeating Grand Army of the South. But there's 2 problems here. One, Cher's a really good friend of mine, and we practiced this together. So we played this matchup pretty much identically already, and we know how it's going to go. 2 days ago, in fact, yes. On top of that, Cher's already faced off against Army of the Dead, pretty much the identical list, wasn't it? Yeah. So, in the spirit of fun, and the fact that I like ring wraiths more than I like ghosts, it's going to be evil versus evil for this one. Sorry, T.O., but we're friends, and at the end of the day, what's more fun? That's what we're going to rule, isn't it? So yeah, the scenario is command the battlefield, which kind of sucks for me, but to be honest, I mean, I'm not playing to like super duper win the tournament. Like I wait until it's like proper GT or proper GBHL kind of tournament. This is just a little tournament, so I'm happy to roll some dice and cast some spells. So without further ado, we're going to do some deploying. Right, the game has been going for 20 minutes, and the Mummock got compelled twice. Basically had to run over his own dude twice as well.
I walked on and then I got moved around.
Yeah, he got moved around more than you actually got to use him. And then the Howler got blown up by channel black darts, which meant everyone fell and died. And then the leader landed in front of it, and I had 1 channel left because everyone just channeled, because I thought it would take 3 black darts to kill it, but I rolled like a god. I think I rolled 3 on D3 each time. When channel black darted the Mummock War Leader, got it off, failed to resist, and naturally rolled 3 wounds. How many fate has he got? 1? 2, yeah, and he failed 1 of them for something? Yeah. He had no might, or not enough might to bump it up. The Nazgul control the board. Jeez. So yeah, we'll be back. End of game number 3. And that was horrific. Okay, in all fairness, neither of us expected that. I don't think. But I think Army of the Dead would have been nicer. I think we both agreed that. Like, it was like, wow. That was insane. So it ended up being 10-0. Because the Mummock was still alive in the corner, and the only person I had in that corner was 𝐾𝐲𝐬𝐿, just being 𝐾𝐲𝐬𝐿, and he set the Mummock on fire as well. I forgot. Like, he turned up and set a Mummock on fire. Like, so he did something. So in the second game, he blew a ranger's face off with a fireball and then did nothing. The first game, he literally did. He wasn't in it because I was playing Army of the Dead, and then obviously this game I was using Evil again, and we. Yeah, he did things. So, I mean, some people are like, oh, why didn't you bring orcs? I was like, well, because 𝐾𝐲𝐬𝐿 is a force on his own. So, game number 4, final game of the tournament. I'm using my Wraiths again. And we are facing Riders of Theoden. We've got Theoden. He's got an entourage of Royal Guard. Everybody's got throwing spears in here. We've got, of course, Dernhelm with Riders, throwing spears. And then we have got Gambling with Riders and throwing spears. So yeah, there we go, 600 points. We're playing Fog of War. So, I mean, just a quick breakdown thing. We've got to nominate one of the, like, secretly note down one of the opponent's heroes that isn't the leader to assassinate, pick one of our characters secretly to keep alive, and then we've got to steal a terrain piece in the enemy's board half. There we go. That's it. We'll be back. So, there we go. Get rid of that case. That is deployment. Okay. And that is the Riders. Looking very menacing. So we're just going to go into turn 1. Turn 1 priority. Hey, let's go. What? 4. Fantastic. Thank you. Big 6. I think you've got it. Oh my god. 4. 5. Haha! Turn 1 to the Wraiths. We'll be back. So, progress on the game. Been charged by some cavalry with bodyguard. The Shadow Lord did get trapped. He did go for a cheeky strike, but didn't pay off really. But then I managed to compel a rider into charge range of the Tainted, who then called a heroic combat, so it would go off first, and hurled his opponent into the combat, knocking everybody prone in there, hopefully saving the Shadow Lord's life. But yeah, we'll see. See how it goes. So, unsurprisingly, we did lose the Shadow Lord over here. He was trapped for, what, 3 turns? Something like that. Yeah, 3 turns. 4 turns. He survived for a long time. Now, we've charged over here. We're getting low on will on the Tainted. The Undying is doing fine. But we've nearly broken him, so we'll see. And that is the end of the game, finally. So, sneaky. Fog of War. 𝐂𝐤𝐬𝐿, I was trying to keep alive, which is why I was hiding behind a rock. The Tainted was your target. Tainted managed to stay alive, obviously. I was trying to kill 𝐃𝐢𝐬𝐿, and I did try. I was transfixing him, heroic combating into him, things like that. Like even risking my wraiths to get him surrounded to try and kill him, but he just would not go down in true 𝐃𝐢𝐬𝐿 fashion. The Shadow Lord survived way longer than he should have. That just shows you one of my attempts of trying to get 𝐃𝐢𝐬𝐿 and it didn't work. But I had to do something. But I did get my terrain piece. I think I kind of tried to make it feel like I was aiming for this one. But just out of interest, who do you think I was protecting? Just you thought it was 𝐂𝐤𝐬𝐿, yeah. So, I mean, he was behind the rock the whole game, yeah. Yeah. I honestly had no idea which Wraith you were targeting. I couldn't peg it. I thought it would. I mean, I went to the conclusion that it was a Shadow Lord because everything was just on him. But I guess that's because he was there. Yeah, he was there. Let's kill a Wraith, which, yeah, that's fair enough.
They kept pinging stuff into the Tainted.
Yeah.
There's no point trying to kill that.
Oh, there, yeah. The Undying is insane. He gains will by spells being cast around him, and then he can use Will as Fate, and he starts with 18. But yeah, good game. We'll do a post game later. Okay, so that's the end of the event. Just a quick post-game, because unfortunately I didn't really have much time to do post-game chats, which is fine. But no. I'm going to say all 3 games were very enjoyable. The first game was a bit of a letdown, I'm not going to lie. But hey-ho, is what it is. But yeah, no, the Wraiths performed extremely well. And the good thing is, the difference between me using them and me using the Black Riders beforehand was they were a lot more fun and a lot more, I guess, interactive for the opponent, because actually combat did happen relatively regularly. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a really good tournament. I'll keep going to the victory game events because A, they're local, and B, they are very nicely run. The only thing I'd suggest is maybe not doing, Lords of Battle as the scenario. I think that's the only kill you one where you can literally have nothing happen in the game. The other one, I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but at least you have to break your opponent, which means you have to work quite a bit harder. But yeah, other than that, it was really good, really cool. I ended up getting 5th place. I think that's 7-0 to the race at the start. Just cost me the event. If it had been the other way around, I used my Wraiths against whatever he had for good, I do believe I definitely would have podiumed, if not maybe even won. But is what it is. I think all my games, apart from that one, I won at least 10-0 or something like that. Got 12-0 in there. So yeah, I did well. And all those ones were me using Wing Wraiths. So let's just say Shadow Wraith, he likes using Wing Wraiths. But if you enjoyed the tournament overview, do consider subscribing and liking the video as well, so I know you like the tournament reviews. But even if you don't do either of those things, I still hope you have a fantastic day. But you will have an even more fantastic day if you consider signing up to my Patreon. Woo! And that will give me the ability to go to many more tournaments to cover for you lovely people and show you just more Middle-earth stuff. It'd be quite cool. 𝐂𝐤𝐬𝐿 was actually a really good addition, okay? He set Mimic on fire and then he did sling one spell at a Rohirrim. which didn't do anything. But it doesn't matter. He was there and he stayed alive in that last game and got me VPs. So win-win. Anyway, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.